Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. And this is our next problem, problem number 474B. And uh, the problem name is worms. So the time limit per test is 1 second, and the memory limit per test is 256 MB. So okay, it is a lunch time for Mole. His friend Marmot prepared him a nice game for lunch. Marmot brought Mole n ordered piles of worms such that ith piles contain AI worms. Okay, so his friend Marmot has prepared a lunch for Mole, which has brought worms, piles of worms for him. He labeled all these worms with consecutive integers. Worms in first file are labeled with numbers 1 to A1. Worms in second file are labeled with A1 plus 1 to A1 plus A2, so on. So see the example for better understanding. Okay, so Mole can't eat all the worms. Marmot bought a lot. As we all know, Mole is blind, so Marmot tells him the labels of the best juicy worms. Marmot will only give Mole a worm if Mole says correctly in which pile this worm is contained. So okay, so basically, Marmot has bought him like many number of worms for his lunch, but Mole has, as the Mole is blind, Mole has to tell in which pile the worm is contained. So I think that is the problem all about. So the first line contains a single integer, that is the number of piles. The second line contains the n integers a1, a2 till an, where a is the number of worms in the ith pile. Okay. So the third line contains a single integer m, the number of juicy worms said by Marmot. The fourth line contains the labels of the juicy worms. So print the m lines to the standard output. The ith line should contain an integer representing the number of pile where the worms limit labeled with the number qi is. Okay. So basically it is all about the problem of worms, and as I see that these are very big numbers and the time limit is 1 second. So I think you have to fight for like to pass the TLE here, as I was also solving this earlier. So I had to fight with TLE for this. So I remember. Yeah. So basically let's just copy an example and go directly straight to the whiteboard to discuss how it is working. So basically, there are five number of piles sorry, there are five number of piles initially, and five number of piles contain, like the first pile contain 1 comma 2 number of worms. Okay, that the first pile contain. I'm sorry for the bad handwriting, guys. Um, no problem. So the third pile contains 3 comma 10, 3 comma 9. Sorry. Uh, yep. As let's just check. 3 comma 9 are in the second pile. How do I come to know? Because the input says that here it is clearly stated that the first pile contain 1 to a1, so I did 1 comma 2 here in the first pile, and then in the second pile a1 plus 1 to a1 plus a2. A1 plus a2 means 7 to plus 2 9. So okay, so 3 comma 9 are in the second pile. Okay, now for the third pile, it goes from 10 comma, 7 plus 3 is, okay, uh, it goes from 10 to like 9, 10, 11, 12. So yes, it it is goes in the third pile. Okay, so yep, I'm sorry for the bad writing. Yeah, so for the next, it goes from 13 to 17, fourth pile, and the next is 18 comma, and 7 9 is like, let's just check 13 comma 16 is here. Okay, I'm sorry guys. It is 16 because 4 is added and that is 25. So that is in the fifth pile. Okay. So now the marmot tells him the number of juicy piles here, and now the mole has to tell in which of the pile is the worm contained. Okay. So the three are the number of juicy worms set by wormots, and the labels of juicy worms are 1. So 1 is contained in first pile. Answer is 1. The 25th is contained in fifth pile. Okay. And the 11th is contained in yeah, third pile. So that is our answer. So I think it makes us clear what we exactly have to do. Like it is basically a problem of searching, and then like you can see, it's an array of integers in assorted manners, and you have to perform basically the searching of these number of piles, these number of forms. Sorry, I think that makes sense. So let's just clear it everything and let's just draw again. So what I previously tried that uh, let's make an array of integers of range and then create an integer array that sums up and that contains um, the exterior limits of these arrays like 2, 9, 12, 16 and 25. But like as the test case says, the time limit per test is 1 second. So like what I exactly was doing that when you like sum these, for the first you contain the integer 2 and then 2 plus 7 is 9, so I get the exterior limit of the second pile, and then 9 plus 3 is 12, then I was saving in the third integer index array of the third pile, and fourth for the in the fourth file like 16 and 25 in the fifth pile. So let's just what exactly was doing, let me just say it again. Okay, so like my internet connection is lost, let me just refresh that page. Okay, just a second guys. uh, is it back? Okay, yes. So like what I was doing here is that I took a loop of the number of piles here, and then I created an array of range where in I was assuming an index int I equals to 0, and I, oh my god, that is making the typing is real tough here. So what exactly I was doing here is that, oh, like for the range array I was storing 2, 9 and like what are the exteriors, 12, 16 and 25. By summing up the values here, like 2 plus 7 is 9, so 9 plus 3 is 12, and then 16 comma 25. Yeah, so I was storing this, and then when the uh, search came, I applied the logic of that the search key should be less than equal to range of x. I think you get that. Like when I search 7 here, so I exactly get the index. It comes to index 0 comma 1. So I return the index plus 1. Why plus 1? Because the array index starts with 0 and we have to return plus 1. So that brings me a TLE, time limit exceeded. So this logic becomes a crap. Okay guys, So I think I made sense how I created this array of range. I did just like the summing of the numbers that are coming, and uh, I put it into the index. So easy. So I think this logic won't work, but now we have to find another logic for it. So what I exactly did is that you have to fight for the space here. You have to fight for the time here, and to fight for the time, you have to like utilize the space. So to beat the time complexity, you have to use the space complexity here. So what I am gonna do here is that let's just what I'm gonna do here is that I will easily save all the like worms in an pile array, and all the worms belonging to similar pile will contain sorry same value. So what I'm gonna do here is that I will take a pile which initial equals to 1 and index initially equals to 1, and then what I'm gonna do here is that when the query comes like x equals to exceed like inputted number in loop, okay, uh, then what I'm gonna do here is that I will keep a loop here I is less than equal to x, and like I will for the array range of index I will save that in a pile, and then I will increase the counter of file. So I think it might be a little tough for that, but let me just explain. So coming back to the problem, like okay, sorry. Oh, I need to move to some other area. Yeah. So let's say with this logic, yeah. So let's say I have an inputted number 2. My pile is 1 and index is 1. So range array at index 1 goes with pile 1. Range array with index 2 goes with index pile 1. I think that makes sense. That's why I make a loop. So basically the worm 1 and 2 are in pile 1. You see? Now I increase the value of pile 2, and now I am again looping from range of index 3. So basically I'm sorry, here you have to also do index plus plus here. Index value is not increased. Yeah. So basically that is a pseudo code. Range 3, okay, equals to 2, range 4 equals to 2, and now this will go until range of like 7 plus 2 is 9 equals to 2. So I think by like utilizing the space we have solved the problem of like the worm 3 is contained in pile 2, worm 4 is contained in pile 2 till worm 9 is contained in pile 2. I think that makes sense. So your previous the algorithm I told that I summed up all the arrays, all the integers in the array, and then I was using a search technique like binary search or something that won't work, or I couldn't make it work. So I found the solution. So let's just code directly. So problem number 474b. Okay, so Codeforces problem number 474b. Okay, and the problem link is this. Yeah. So guys, scanner, we will also Like when we will be moving to faster problems, we will be not using a scanner. We will be using something as fast using something as fast input output in Java. So that utilizes this buffer, string buffer, and like input buffer readers. So we will be discussing that also. Okay, now let me just create an array of range. Now what I have to keep the um range like maximum number of indexes in the array, so that says 10 to the power 6. So let me just make that to 1 2 3 4 5 6. Yeah, now I have to like pile I have to make an like constant variable pile, and then index equals to 1. Now I have to like take the value of the number of uh, piles. Let's just take 2p. Now while I'm looping with the piles, what I will do here is that you have to input the number of worms in that pile. So nt worms, let's just keep that to another position. Worms equals to sc dot next int, and now I am just allocating that worms in an array of range. So range of index equals to pile, and pile not index plus plus. So I think this uh, makes sense what I am doing exactly here. So for the input 2, I will loop that from 0 to 1, and index 1 contains pile 1 and index 2 contains pile 1, as I have already told. So that makes no sense. What I did here is that I created all the positions of the worms in an array of range, and to which pile they belong, this range array contains all the information. Now I have to do one more thing. I have to like count the number of juicy piles, and now another while loop. Okay, I'm sorry. Yeah, now 125 11. Okay, so you just have to print range and sc dot next int. So that makes sense. Now just check whether it is performing and giving us the right solution or not. Okay, so parsing. Okay, nothing came. Something had came or not. Let me just run it again. I don't know what happened. Yeah, so yep, it gives the solution 1 5 and 3. So let's just submit the code. Okay, the net is gone. Just a second, guys. Sorry for the bad internet connectivity. Yeah, so let's just submit and check. Submit button is not pressing. Okay, let's move to another. Okay, now it has been pressed. So basically it has been running on test 1, running on a runtime error on test 1. So basically I think I did something wrong here, and what is the runtime here? error here. Let's just check what is the error we are facing. Exit code 1 and okay, the brackets are good to go, range is good to go, everything is looks fine to me, but there has been some error. Okay, let's just okay, thing it is not, but it should be accommodating. Okay, runtime error. Did I miss something? Range of index is 1. Good. Index plus worms equals to sc dot next int. Sounds okay. So basically, I thought, okay, as the number of second line contains, you should sc dot next long. Let me just yeah, sound cool. Do not know what was the error exactly. Oh, sorry. Let's just submit directly. Let's just run another time. It is printing fine here, but on submitting the code, it says some runtime error. Let me just check once again. What is the problem? Okay, running on test 1, and this time we are not getting any error. So, running on test 11, running on test 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 18, 19, and I think it will be accepted. So, okay, heartbeats are okay. I think the code is too much slow. Are we stuck? Are we okay? 25, 26, 27, 28, 30, and 31, 33. Okay, too much calculations. 33, 34, 36, 38, 40. So yes, we are accepted, guys. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.